This is Badger BS, your source for everything happening at Amarillo College. And also the place for really long intros. Let's get started.
Welcome to the first episode of Badger BS of the spring semester.
Woo!
Woo! I'm Isabel.
And I'm Jeremy again.
Still, we haven't had name changes.
Nothing too drastic.
Nothing too drastic, other than that smell you have on today, which I will say is a good smell. Not a bad one. It's not overpowering, which I do appreciate.
Right, and apparently it reminds you of an ex-boyfriend?
Yeah. It was a far enough away relationship where this isn't strange, but it was a close enough relationship where it still reminded me of it.
I was gonna say, I hope it's nothing too bad.
No, I like it. I really do. It was my first ever boyfriend in 9th grade, and when he got it as a Christmas present, it was the best smell I've ever smelled. And then we broke up, and then it was a sad smell. And then we met back up, and then it just didn't work. But we ended on good terms. So it became a good smell again. And then I hadn't smelt it since then, which had been years,
That's
years.
really weird.
Yeah, and then I walked past you, and it was like,
I recognize that.
is he here? I haven't seen him in 4 years.
Behind the curtains, you know.
Yeah, he's a little like Waluigi type of thing. He's just sitting there waiting. Oh man, no, it was crazy. I mean, it is a good smell, and like I said, I do appreciate that you know the appropriate amount of smell to wear.
Okay.
Because I know somebody, not gonna name names, but I
Just
couldn't handle it. Oh my gosh,
Gives you a headache,
It was so much. I was sitting in class with them, and I just started spinning. Like, I don't even remember what the teacher was talking about. I don't remember anything. Like, not even what I was looking at. I think I just, like, blacked out and then sat there and spun for an hour. And then the class was over, and I was just like, whoever that is, you need to never do this, please, because I can't.
You can't bathe in cologne, man.
You can't bathe in cologne and then sit next to me. Bathe in cologne and then stay home.
Right?
I can't. It was so
Cover
rough.
your couch in it.
I did it to kind of go back to the whole like smell with romance. Is like I did it. I feel like, and they said this is nothing new. They said that smell is the fastest, and the first thing that the brain does in memorization, right? So it's like you could be somewhere and be looking at this amazing thing and then smell something, and the smell is going to be the first thing you associate with, not what you're looking at, which is I just find really fascinating. But my boyfriend, he had this certain smell that he always uses. And today he swapped it up, and it was completely different. And it didn't smell bad, but man, it felt like I was cheating on him.
Did it like throw you off or something?
It
Really?
did. I like went to hug him, and then I was like,
what is that? Who are you?
Yeah, that was it. It felt like a dog. I was like, this isn't you.
Right.
You're not you. This is an imposter. And he goes, sorry, I ran out of the other kind. And I was like, this is way too much of a dramatic change. I just like, I can't handle it.
Yep.
It was. It doesn't smell bad. It's not overpowering, but. So I decided to call him Alfred when he's got that smell, because it's not him.
Okay,
And he did not like that. He really didn't. He still doesn't. I do. I imagine that's what Batman's butler would smell like.
Right.
And he said,
no,
I'm not.
He's not.
Please call me my name.
He's not a friend of that alias.
He's not a fan. No, he's not a fan of being Alfred. And I said, that's your smell.
It's what you're going to be called whenever you're wearing that.
Yeah,
I can't help it.
This isn't right. So we're having lunch together, and he wasn't looking at me or anything. He was literally just eating, and I was sitting behind him or something. And it's like he's got eyes in the back of his head, because I leaned in to double check, of course. And yeah, that's not right. You know, so I smelled him, and then I shot back. And he literally, without looking, he's just like, still not used to it yet? And I was like, how did you know? How did you know I was smelling you?
Right? That is a little weird.
How did you? Because it wasn't like I was like,
I did it all quiet and everything, too.
And I was like, it's not you. It's not how you smell.
Right.
I felt like a dog.
I know what you mean, because, yeah, my boyfriend does the same thing. He wears a certain kind of cologne and all that. And like you were saying, you just get used to it. And I'm like, well, whenever you switch it up, it doesn't seem right.
It doesn't. It feels like I'm cheating.
Like everything about him smells like that.
Yeah.
His clothes, his side of the bed, his pillow,
everything.
all that.
Now I do, and it's not a smell that I'm used to either. Yeah, I get it, and you're just like, wait, what was that? Oh yeah, that's right.
Right.
No, that's not right. No, I don't like that. No. Oh, it's so weird. It's so weird how much smell really affects something. So I just wiped it.
Just wiped it.
Yeah, I went, I'm not
Get that off.
Yeah. Nah. To tie it back to my first boyfriend, it's funny. When we rekindled, we didn't date or anything. It was just like we were friends and we're trying to see if dating would work out again. And then we were both like, oh yeah, that's why we broke up.
Okay, yeah.
But it was like from him in 9th grade to my life, senior year of college, community college. That whole time frame, I have not had a boyfriend that actually smelled good. You know, so it's weird.
No offense, guys,
no
or
offense
anything,
to
but
every other boy I've dated, but you can't tell me you smelled good. Like, we all know you didn't. Okay, I had a boyfriend who, he was insistent. Like, I could have said that the sky is blue, and he would have still found a way to argue with me about it. I know, it's like it was his favorite pastime. No matter what it was awful. It got to the point where I was questioning myself. I would like think something and go, that's not right. And then I go, no, that is right, because it's a fact about me. And that's when I knew maybe it wasn't a good relationship. But you know, he loved arguing, and I remember he would have this weird smell that he'd create when he would sleep, which I know sounds weird, but that happens. You know, I mean, my mom, she had a detergent, a laundry detergent that when she used it, her natural body chemistry, and it mixed, and it would make this horrible smell. You know, like an allergic reaction. So she had to change it, you know, and then I also had laundry detergent I tried, and it just gave me a rash all over. You know, just, I mean, like, things happen. So I gave him those examples, and I was like, yo, I think you might be, like, allergic to your detergent or something, because this is a weird smell.
Yeah.
He goes, oh, I don't smell anything. And I said, well, of course you don't. And, you know, it's your smell.
Because it's you.
Yeah, but, like, I walked in here, and I smelt it, and like I know you were sleeping, and he was like, nah. And so then that was, I was like, okay, all right, how am I gonna jar up this smell, and then let's go outside for a second. All right, you smell it now, you know. But so, you know, I just dropped it at that point. But like, and then I dated this guy, and he only wore one pair of pants ever.
Okay.
Which,
I understand being a minimalist and all, but one pair of pants.
You at least need 2.
At least 2.
At least 2. I would say 3. 2 jeans just in case, and then a pair of nice slacks.
I mean, that's a pretty, yeah.
It takes up what? This much space in a drawer?
I mean, you don't have to ever do that much laundry anyway,
no,
so
I mean, like,
yeah.
the jeans don't really get too dirty over time.
Not really.
You literally just swap them out, then you're good. Yeah. You know? But if you're not swapping them, then you're not good.
Guys, get more pants.
Please, for the love of all that is holy. And I remember I saw this, him and I had broken up, I don't know, a year ago or something. We're still friends. We are still friends, which I like to keep my relationships, if they end well and they were good relationships, I like to keep them as friends if at all possible, because we shared that moment together. We had this chemistry, and even if we took away the chemistry, we still have years of memories that
right, you guys like
away.
Know each other.
Yeah, I've cried in front of him. Am I just gonna walk away from that? No, I can't. But we broke up after years of us having the same argument, of me being like, could you please just buy another pair of pants? You know, like, that's all I need you to do is just be an adult and buy a new pair of pants, because, like, he had a hole in the crotch, and then his butt crack was always hanging out, which was just disgusting to look at. Not because he's gross, but because butt cracks are gross.
Because, nobody really wants to see that.
Nobody does, ever.
Especially whenever you're wearing pants.
Especially when the scenario does not entice a butt crack. You know, like, I'm just sitting here eating, and you bend down, and I go, you know, and
lost my appetite.
Yeah, exactly. He would get mad because I'd put things in there, and then I'd say, well, why is it showing? He'd be like, well, why are you putting things in there? I go, just pull them up. And all these issues would just go away so fast. But anyway, so like, he had the stupidest argument. I said, could you please just, like, your butt crack's hanging out. It's gross. And he said, well, you know, it's because I have a big butt. And so it's hard to keep it enticed. You know, like, I got to keep it in. It's hard. And I said, you know, there's women out there who have big boobies. And they keep them in. You know, like, there's ways around
It's pretty fair.
And it's like, you just get pants that fit ya.
It's called a belt.
Yeah. And so then I saw this post that was like, ladies, stop getting your heart broken by a man who's only got one outfit. And I was like, really wanted to send it to him. I really did.
I saw this one thing today where it was, what was it? It was showing how guys are supposed to wear their pants, and of course those guys had like really nice butts and everything.
Oh yeah, of course.
So it's just like, you know, wear your pants right and you might get noticed more, you know? I'm just saying.
It's true. It's really true. I mean, like, I'm not demanding a clean boyfriend. It would be nice, you know, but I'm not gonna, it's not like on my checklist when I look for a man, you know, but I mean,
it's a factor.
Just a solid
it is a
pant.
factor.
Yes, to be like, we're gonna go on a date.
Oh.
Are those new pants?
Right.
It means so much. Or we're going on a date. You wore a different pair.
You wore a different pair. You wore the nice pair.
You wore the nice pair today. You brushed your hair. Oh my gosh, thank you.
I know, right? That's like the effort that you put into a relationship.
And it's so small. You know, I'm not
exactly.
like, I couldn't help but notice you didn't get me the moon yet. So, I mean, it was so little. It was. And so I remember we got in this fight because he finally got a new pair of pants. And it had taken 3 years. 3 years. And he had finally just gotten a new pair of pants. And I said, oh, good God, finally. You know, and then I asked him, I said, well, where'd you get them? And he lied to me. He said that he had just bought them. And I mean, like, which is stupid. Why would you lie about that? But then he like turned around and what he said didn't click with what he just said again. And so I was like, okay, where'd you get your pants then? Why are you acting weird?
Yeah.
And it was as simple as he didn't know his dad had a pair of his own pants. So we went 3 years having the same argument when all he had to do
was go get some pants from his dad?
Was look.
Wow.
That was it. He just had to walk across the hall.
Oh, in the same house and everything?
Yeah, like it was, I know. I was honestly so mad. I was madder than I really should have been about the situation.
Was that the breaking point?
That was the breaking point. It really was. That was the moment that and he knew he had messed up, and he was like, sorry, I lied to you. And I was like, it's not just the lying. It was
the fact.
Just that we went 3 years with the same argument, and they were 5 steps away from
right?
me
They were 5 feet away.
Time. Yeah. Like, oh, are those my pants? They are. Wow,
They
Isma
fit
will be
me.
so happy.
They must be.
I know. I remember so well. I just was like, take me to my car.
Right?
Take me to my car. I need to go away. I need to get away from you. So it's been really nice having a boyfriend that like has his life together, it seems. It seems. You never really know anybody. You know?
Well, I mean, that's the part of relationships too. That's why you get to know them and
it's great.
Spend time with them and all that stuff.
And then you say, it's weird that you were doing the dishes when we first met, and I couldn't help but notice 2 years in
that you just like stop.
Yeah. Was this all a hoax? Oh no. Valentine's Day is just literally like around the corner, and I didn't expect I'd have a Valentine by this point. So I've been coming up with things to do. Do you have any ideas that you're going to be having for your Valentine?
Well, I always like to surprise them.
Oh,
I do.
I
One year I got him, what was it? Some chocolate-covered strawberries and had them sent to his work. I know, I'm a sweetheart. I'm a romantic. Stop.
You're such a sweetheart.
And then, what was it? The year that we actually met and everything, I got him like a bouquet of his favorite flowers. And then I wrote in candles on the floor, "Would you be mine?" in candles, and lit them all and all that stuff. Stop
Jeremy.
making those faces, everyone.
Jeremy, that is so sweet. How am I supposed to not make these faces? Nobody's ever made this much effort for me.
Don't go up to my standards. I like to be all surprisey and all that stuff.
Yeah, all yours. And I will mention it to one person. That's it.
Okay.
I'll just say, Jeremy surprised his significant other with chocolate-covered strawberries at work. I just want you to know I work here.
Right. So, you do too, so.
Wow. I think that was actually another one of the breaking points in my last relationship, is somebody asked me what the sweetest Valentine I had was.
Okay.
And I had been with this guy for 3 years. And so that was 3 Valentines that we had spent together. And yet the sweetest Valentine I could come up with was nothing to do with him. Because we had never done anything, which is fine. It wasn't like a big occasion, but it was like no effort was put into it by him at all.
Aww.
And so this year, I was like, hey, let's go to the Discovery Center. Because I love science. And I think he was thinking more romantic. Because he went, ooh.
Ooh, Discovery Center.
We'll keep thinking.
Oh, right?
I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
It makes a lot of sense. He goes, we'll do it the week of. How about that? And I said, okay, science. I love science so much. And so I think we're going to do a picnic.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah, go to a nice little, I don't know, you know that park that's like way out there off of 58th and Washington?
I think
The
I know which
dog
one that
park?
you're talking about. Yeah.
That'd be a fun little place to do a picnic.
Okay, yeah. That would be sweet.
It would be, and there's not anybody there usually, which is the best part, unless you're there at night. And then there's usually a lot of dancing, surprisingly.
Well, that'll be fun too.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, why are you guys dancing? It's dark.
It's dark, and it's a park.
And it's cold, and it's just a parking lot. Like, what are you doing?
Right.
But it's usually like, it seems like a lot of times they're practicing for quinceañera dances.
That could be.
Which I also
know.
find more fascinating, you know, because it's like I understand going to the park with your significant other and then being like, oh my God, this is our song, let's dance. Instead of, okay,
Aw.
I know the perfect park we can practice this dance at, but we could only do it after nightfall. It's the end.
Well, I don't know how I'd feel about that.
I don't know, if someone came up to me and they're like, we can only hang out after nightfall, I'd be like, ooh.
That's a little sketchy. No
You're
thanks.
gonna kill me.
Yeah.
You're gonna murder me. So you told me about your past. What about this Valentine? You got anything surprise for him?
Valentine. I don't know. Like I said, I almost forgot that it was next week even, so
Oh my gosh.
I gotta think of something here
yeah,
real
you gotta
quick.
come up with something quick. Just write a cute little letter that says, remember all those other ones? I'm taking a pass on this one. Your turn.
Your turn, right?
I love surprises. This is my schedule, so.
So this year is you.
Yeah. Oh,
That's a good idea. I might have to do that actually.
When I was a little kid, I would celebrate Valentine's with my mom, and so then I was never good at getting presents, but I'm really good at making presents because I'm a cheap POS, right?
Oh yeah.
And so I would make my mom like a little booklet of things. So one of them was like, I'll do the dishes before you get home. Or, you know, I'm a little kid, so it's like,
Actually a good idea too.
I'll vacuum without complaining. Or I'll make dinner, you know, which never really ended up happening because my mom's afraid of fire and I was a little kid. But I mean, like, maybe something like that, you know, but of course less.
Like a
household.
coupon book or something?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it could be like
Well,
one evening where I'll just agree with whatever you have to say.
I don't know about that.
And then a little star be like,
An asterisk
yeah,
next to it, yeah.
What is it? What's
Depending on the subject.
Yeah. So drums crate, and you go, I'm gonna have
I
to
don't think
refer
you
back
would
to this
ever say
asterisk.
that.
Oh,
I'd hope
God.
not.
My friend, you know what? Actually, I'm not gonna even get into that.
All right, let's
wish-
not.
No.
Let's not.
Let's not. All right. I don't know. I don't think I've got anything for Valentine's Day. I was really looking forward to the Discovery Center, though. But I'll just do that
It's not
later.
a bad idea.
It's fun.
Right?
It's
There's
so
always
fun.
something fun there.
There is. It is the only place you could really go that has other people's kids, but they're not weird about you being there.
Yeah.
You know, people are rude to like people my age because they're like, my kid wants to play on the jungle gym too. And I go, your kid didn't drive themselves here, and I did, and this is my time, so I'm also gonna go down the slide.
Right, and I paid for this ticket myself.
People get. I was at the fair. You cut me. And they said, we did? And I said, yeah, but cut her instead. And we trade places.
Nice.
I was like, you're not going to cut me. I'm paying. I've been waiting. But if she doesn't notice, that's not my problem.
She didn't notice the mustard in her hair.
Off my plate.
Right?
But I'm just wondering, like, I'm at the fair, and there's these 3 6-year-olds, and I'm like, where's your mom? Luckily, I'm not a bad person. I would
Right.
put you in my pocket and take you off, because it would have been so easy, you know? And I'm just standing there, I'm like, either your parent is like 5 feet away and told you to cut in front of me because they're a jerk, or you're here by yourself, and I don't know which one's worse.
Right?
I really can't
You
figure
did this out of your own volition.
Yeah, I just like, I get it, you're a kid, but this is why you're a kid. Where's
But
the
wait.
adult of the situation? Oh God, people are the worst. So, but the Discovery Center is really one of the only places that it's like a coexistent with children and young
Yeah.
adults.
Okay.
Discovery Center.
I think I've been there like once, but yeah.
Once?
Yeah. I think it was during, what was it? I don't even remember anymore. But yeah, it was a while ago.
I just don't that blows my mind. I used to go to the Discovery Center so much as a child. They gave me free tickets. They're just like, here.
Oh, wow.
I loved it. I would go like every weekend. We just do the same things over and over again because they don't really change the exhibit too much. They change it, but it's like a museum. Oh, and I'd get so excited, and I'd do the bubble things, and then I would do the tornado thing.
That is
and the
super cool.
sand. Oh, it was awesome. I loved it. Science.
Okay. Well, on that note, I think that'll wrap up this episode of Badger BS.
Yeah.
So, things to take away, always just be good in your relationships, everyone. That's
Just
all.
be clean, please.
That too.
It's really not that hard.
All right.
Nice.
Well,
Nice.
see you guys next time. Ah.
Nice.